Welcome to Randy's Cash. I'm visiting Boise this week, so I decided to go to my bank branch in Boise and pick up a bunch of pennies. I got $25 worth. For some reason, the bank I use never has boxes, but they can get me $25 worth of pennies usually. So I'll take it. I don't think it really matters too much. Um, but I'm going to see if I can fill any more of my albums, find some wheats, any coppers. Anything older than 1982 is copper, if you didn't know. 82 is a transition year, so some are copper and some are zinc. The way you can tell is if you weigh them. If they're copper, they're going to weigh about 3.11 grams. If they're zinc, they're going to be 2.5 grams, give or take a little bit. But I'm going to dive into it and see what I can find, and if I find anything good, I'll bring you back. So as I was getting these rolls of pennies at the bank, the teller actually pointed out this one's dated 1981, and that doesn't necessarily mean that's when they were rolled, but it's kind of cool, and maybe we'll find something good in the older rolls. There's several of them with that year on them, so I'll have to see if anything sticks out from those. So my 32nd roll of the hunt, I found my second foreign Canadian penny. Then I also found not one, but two wheat cents, a 56D, a 51S, and they're both in decent shape. Seem better, but my third, so I've found 3 wheat cents so far, so pretty good hunt. And if you're liking this, please like and subscribe, and I'll bring you back when I find something else. So in my third roll, I found another of the 4 Lincoln Bicentennial pennies. This is a different one. This one is called Lincoln's Life in Illinois, and the other one was Lincoln's Presidency in DC. Those 1981 labeled rolls haven't really been from 1981. They just have the date on them. They have modern pennies on them. But one thing to look out for on these, especially these commemorative coins, is the S Mint mark. This one is not. It is a D. But if it's an S, it's a proof, so it's a higher quality striking. So it's more for collecting, and they're worth more. Also, in those few rolls I've done, I've been able to find 3 more pennies for my album for the 1941 to 1974 album I'm working on, and I just have them resting there, and I'll push them in place later as I get more. Hopefully I can add quite a bit to this book and maybe some to the older books that I got, but I'll bring you back as I find more stuff. So I'm on my 4th roll of this hunt, and I found this wheat cent. It's a 1944 S, kind of rough shape, but I'll take it any day. I don't need it in my book. I already have this one, and this one's not an upgrade, so I'll just roll it with some other wheats that I have. But people say old stuff's gone or the good stuff's gone. I don't think that's true. I come across wheats pretty often. I will say that I think old stuff's being put into circulation all the time, because if you think about it, someone's grandpa dies, the family doesn't realize what he had, and they just turn stuff into face value and I think that happens pretty often. The teller at this bank I just went to said she's seen it happen with silver dollars, and I'm like, geez, I wish I could get some of that. So I think if you're consistently looking, you're likely to find something good, so keep at it. So I'm on my 6th roll, and I just saw this other Lincoln Bicentennial, and this one is called Lincoln's Formative Years in Indiana. So one more and all, found a complete set. Pretty good find. Like I said, they're not really too valuable, but they're cool to have and cool to find, and just hoard them and see what happens. On my 9th roll, and I found a dime, so that's pretty sweet. So 10 times my money right there. And then I found another Lincoln bicentennial, the DC years, and this one's in really good shape. I'll have to check for an S. Nope. If it's from a proof set, that'd be really cool, but I'll take it how it is. Well, I'm on my 22nd roll, and I found my first foreign of this hunt. It's a 20-cent euro, so I'll have to save that for when I go to Europe someday. But I like finding foreigns. The most exotic one I've ever found was in a roll of nickels, and it was from Ethiopia, which is pretty wild because, like, I mean, a euro, a lot of people go to Europe on vacation, pesos, Mexico borders the US, same with Canada, but Ethiopia is a pretty wild one, but I think it's fun. So this is my first noteworthy find, and this was in the first roll. This is a Lincoln bicentennial penny. They made these for the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and they have 4 different variations with different images on the back. And they're not really worth a lot. They're basically worth a penny. However, they could be worth more someday, and I think you'll see them less and less often as people just kind of hoard them, and scarcity brings in value. So I think it's a good idea. If you come across them, put them in a jar or something and set them to the side. Well, I'm on my 36th roll out of 50, and I found my 4th wheat cent. It's 1944. It's pretty decent shape. I think it's older than the others I've found. I'm happy to have it. Just like that, I find my 5th wheat of the hunt. This is probably the most I've ever gotten on a $25 penny hunt, but I'm happy. 1957, not in awesome shape, but not bad. I'll take it. Just finished up my penny hunt. These are all the rejects that I didn't need. These are my good finds. I found 5 wheats, one of each of the Lincoln bicentennial 2009 coins. I found a lot of the Illinois coins. Found a euro, a Canadian, and a dime, and all this copper. I also added 15 coins to this album, so I'm gonna be sitting pretty good on this. Now I'm gonna roll the ones I'm gonna take back and keep the coppers and get more coins and do it all over. Thank you for watching.